Today, from Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Herbert now. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Solid finish to a solid opening drive, and that's the threat that he represents. He can take off and score on you.
What he makes it is 11-on-11 football, because a lot of the times the quarterback isn't much of a runner, so you don't have to account for him. Well, you do with him, and now he actually gets a lead blocker instead, and he's able to cash that one in.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return is Brandon Powell. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he gets it down to the 32. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for. Right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Touchdown! Robert Woods on the touchdown throw from Matthew Stafford. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on their first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Herbert on first down now. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down. Herbert caught by Allen. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus, right? And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Powell on the return. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Stafford. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Yards remain on second down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. They started on the ground with Eckler. Powers through. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Brandon Powell. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try to jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He's thrown for a touchdown pass, and he's run for one so far.
When you're able to watch a guy perform at a high level and do it in multiple ways, arm, legs, he really helps his team in a big way. You've got to think that they feel great about where they are in this ball game, and they feel even better about him leading their team.
Now he's hoping to put them into a better spot after this drive. On first down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now he's forced out right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. Going up top for Kupp. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
second down and 3. Going right back to Akers. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker's spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. Herbert, and that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A beautiful fake. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then it curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them aren't blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air. And they come away with the pick.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get it down here to the 43. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. offense comes back out. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Stafford on 1st down. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Michelle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football, because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert will get this over the middle here to Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Herbert going to throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part one is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to...
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now Stafford and the Rams down 21-17, a minute 4 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Stafford completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Well, able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say adios from Mexico City.